Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. My name is Flacco Watts and I'm throwing up this quick video to explain to the DNVR Nuggets podcast viewers and DNVR Nuggets podcast hosts my spreadsheet and my theory on jersey win rates. Now, if you're here wondering where I've been the last 2 years on my channel, stick around to the end of this video for the explanation of where I've been and what I've been up to and where we're going, because we're going somewhere. Now, back to the spreadsheet. Let's check out this screen record here. I'm going to go through this spreadsheet. Well, actually, let me give you the theory behind it. So when I'm watching I'm a diehard Nuggets fan as of the past, 5 years, I think, since my son started playing basketball. We've tried to go to 1 or 2 games a year. And I was up there for the Milwaukee game. And that's where I took my spreadsheet into the DNVR guys and showed it to them. Why? Because I'm religious about watching every post-game podcast. It seems like there's some healthy competition between Altitude and DNVR, but I think you're both wonderful reporters, and you guys obviously do a less corporate, more in-depth analysis and fun time of what's going on. But I basically, when basketball season's around, I lose half my life to the Nuggets, the pregame, the postgame. I always record everything so I don't have to watch commercials. So sometimes when I'm behind, I can't make super chats. But lately I've been super chatting because I came up with this theory on I hate it when the Denver Nuggets wear white at home. I did a little research on the history of jerseys, and apparently it used to just be white at home and your team color on the road. Well, the NBA, teaming up with Nike and trying to make more money, decided we're going to do things a little different. I have yet to go over any other years, but this year, as you can see on the spreadsheet, I'll scroll back to the top here, and we have OKC as our first home game. You can see that they wore white at home and lost. Next game was home against the Clippers, and they lost, wearing blue at home. Well, what's the next game? Toronto away, win, Mile High City jersey. So you can see there's 4 jerseys. Blue, white, Mile High City, 5280. I think they call the white the association. Okay, here we are. The days of home and away jerseys in the NBA are done, at least in a nominal sense. The NBA norm used to be white jerseys for home and team color jerseys for the road team. These days, each team has 4 jerseys, with a handful of organizations having 5. The league, in combination with Nike, is making the schedule, a master schedule. If you want to see the jersey schedule, you go to Denver Nuggets schedule. Then you scroll down and you find the NBA one. Or no, ESPN one. It's one of those. Let's try ESPN. Oh, no, wait, this isn't the right one. Well, this is a good one to figure out the TV schedule. Sorry about that. Let's go back. So it's the NBA one. Yeah, here it is. So if you see you can select past. If you do this little drop down arrow, it shows you which jersey they're wearing. Blue. The Bucks, they wore 5280. I was there. It was awesome. I was going to get a 5280 authentic $240 jersey. Anyway, you get the idea. Mile High City against the Bulls. And I'm trying to find out. Oh, this is past. Upcoming. If you go to the Timberwolves and you see we are now wearing white against the Timberwolves, which is probably already happened if you're watching this. Hopefully, the Nuggets broke the streak. Here they are. The team uniforms are broken down into 5 editions: Association, Icon, Statement, City, and Classic. Okay. So by process of elimination, we're going to say that Association is white, Icon is blue, Statement, Mile High City, the City, 5280, and the Classic, we don't have one this year because the Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors, and New York Knicks are the 3 teams that got Classic Edition uniforms for the 75th anniversary season. So there you go. There's the history of what jerseys and why. So I should go back to my spreadsheet and... Ooh, that ain't it. Okay, there we go. So blue, I could put icon. White, I could put association. My city, I could put statement. And 5280, I could put city. Actually, let's make it official. So we will add a header row below. Beautiful. Icon. Association. City. Okay. Maybe I can post this spreadsheet for everyone to take for their own and use it for next year. It's set up real nice. As you can see, we got the date, the opponent, whether they're home or away, whether they won or lost, what jersey. Now, if you go down to the bottom, this is where the magic happens. This is where the secrets of the universe are exposed. So what we can see here, I'll go back over the last. So we have a win at home against Utah in the icon blue. Then before that, we went to Denver to watch the Denver Nuggets playing the 5280 City Edition white jersey, and they got a win against Milwaukee. They lost to Chicago. That was at home wearing the Mile High City. Now you might be like, well, if your jersey ideas are correct, then surely they won't win if they wear this jersey, or they will win if they wear that jersey. No, that's not how it works. We're looking at percentages. And the easiest way to average or to analyze the percentages, the win rates, is against the average. So Denver down here, you can see, has 47 wins, 28 losses. I think everything should be accurate here. The overall win-loss rate is 62.7%, as you can see there. So that's what you want to compare. Is a jersey and a location win rate lower or higher, and how much so? If so, is there a reason behind it? Well, the jersey win rates for icon blue, we'll go over the overall ones, is right above, just above the average. So that's blue in general. The white is considerably below average, 51.6. The Mile High City, 73.3. And 83.3 for the 5280. Now, there's a smaller sample size of the 5280. You can see 6 games. And I believe there's 15 games for Mile High City there. But that gives you a general idea of what kind of sparked my interest in this. Is like, I could see that they play shittier when they're wearing white. It just was obvious to me. Then I broke it down between home and away, and I can see even more secrets unveiled. As you can see here, the win rate at home wearing blue is 76.9%. That's considerably above. But the win rate on the road, if you wear blue, is 50%, considerably below the average. Now you switch to white, they're all below average, but at home it's 40%, and on the road it's 57.1%. Now if you're wearing Mile High City at home, you're at 77.8 and 66.7 on the road. And then 5280s are only home jerseys, and they're at 83.3%. So we can deduce a few things from this. Number one, the Nuggets objectively play shittier when they're wearing white. Now, this could be not causation, but correlation, or vice versa. But I believe if I look back over at least the last 3 years to the championship year, that we're going to see that they play worse in white. Why? I don't know. Because then you say, well, why are they playing better in 5280, which is a white jersey? And I say, because it's a cooler jersey. And the white jersey that we have right now is shit. And I think they need to be redesigned. So if this ever gets up to corporate Nuggets, say, hey, we're having trouble here. What you need to do is minimize wearing white at home. So let's just say if I was setting the schedule based on this, I would wear 5280 at half the home games. Actually, just do a third. 5280 at a third of the home games. Mile High City, a third of the home games. You're at a pretty solid home win rate there. And then the blue at home, a third of the games. And then on the road, because a lot of times you have to wear white against an opponent because they're wearing yellow, for instance, if they're Cowards or Lakers. So when you have to wear white on the road, you're going to do it. But don't wear it at home. Because 57%, not terrible. It's only 5% lower than the average, but 40% is considerably lower than that. And then we're Mile High City, half and half. Half white, half Mile High City, and you're going to be in much better shape, in my opinion. Now, we'll never know because nobody's going to change their jersey schedule based on this. But at least you can watch over the last few games. We got Minnesota, which we don't know. I personally think the Nuggets are going to lose every single game before it starts. I don't know how to explain that or describe that, but that's just maybe my competitive nature is that I don't have control over the game. I'm not playing in the game. I think they're going to lose. I don't know how to explain that. But then when they win, I'm relieved. When they don't win, I'm pissed off and I go punch my punching bag that I have set up out there because I just got that this year because my wife was tired of being woken up in the middle of the night with me yelling and screaming at the TV. So instead of yelling and screaming, I'll beat up that bag. So I just picture, a little something to punch at and gets my energy out in a healthy way. So hopefully that explains the jersey win rates. If I have an update going forward, I'll mention it maybe in a super chat once I get I'll do last year and then I'll do the year before. With 3 years data to look at, I think we can make some correlations, if not causations. What's the cause of, I don't know. I just think the jerseys need to be redesigned. The blue and the white need to be redesigned. The Mile High City, it is what it is. The 5280, at first, I didn't like it at all. And the only game they lost was what? Against the Knicks at home. So we need a revenge game there. And that was the first time they wore that jersey. They lost. Since then, they figured it out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight wins. Wins over Phoenix, New Orleans, Philadelphia? And Phoenix. Oh. So there could be a little bias there in the weakness of the teams for the 5280. So it may not be the golden egg answer here. But I have grown to like it, especially because Jokic did his 30-20-20 game in the 5280. Hopefully we're celebrating a win that goes against the grain of our numbers here. Of 40% at home. Because what happens if we go to 4-7 there? We're dropping at 36.4% at home. Goodness. Wearing white. And another loss will put us at 50% overall. So that's no good. But I hope you've enjoyed this explanation of my spreadsheet. But for those of you that stuck around to the end to find out what I've been up to in the last few years, thank you for doing that. I will say that basketball kind of took over. I started coaching and playing as much as I can. It's basically how I get in shape. So I lose a lot of freaking time to that. And I just got, the economy went to shit over the last 4 years, if you didn't notice. And there just was no incentive to make any effort to do any of this stuff. However, we have a newfound hope in the economic world, in my opinion. And I'm about to drop some loot on getting my website launched. That's going to be flockowatts.com. I think if you go there now, it's still the shaky old one. So careful. Proceed with caution. But hopefully over the next month or two, maybe by 420, we'll launch the website. And I have been experimenting with ways to consult with people. Now, if you're wondering, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Well, I've been growing cannabis nonstop in my home in a legal and medical provided way within the rules and regulations that make this state so great for 11 straight years. Nonstop having plants in my house 100% of the time. The reason I started was my wife at the time, ex-wife now, thank God, had rheumatoid arthritis. And so we got on the medical train in 2000. The election was 2012, and then 2014, I got my clones January of 2014, my first set of clones, and I built my room throughout the entire year of 2013. So 12 years since I started my room. January of 2014, so over 11 years I've had plants going, because it wasn't but a few months after that in 2014 that we realized my son had cancer, and he's still alive and doing well. But that was a eye-opening experience, to say the least. And I just basically threw all my fucks in the trash and started growing cannabis at the highest level to help him. And I've been fortunate to help many people since then, in terms of medical patients and just random people. You know, it turns out you can just give cannabis away to people that need it. And I also make creams. My favorite thing is a salve. Let me show you. Almost knocked Joe Rogan off the wall. So I make a nice salve. If you want to check that out, there's 2 videos I have up on it, and for some reason they don't have any views. The first one had a lot more views, but the second one's the actual legit. Now this stuff is literal gold. I've given it to probably 50 plus people, and 100 over the years, including 90-year-old grandmas, aunts, 85-year-olds. I mean, they love it. And I can teach you how to do this, not for free at home, because it's expensive as shit to grow. But if you want to take back control, you can't buy this in the store. There's 4 grams of CBD and 4 grams of THC extract in each one of these jars. If you bought it in the store, it'd probably be like, I don't know, I think I checked once, like $250 for a jar. And it lasts a long time. But I can teach you how to make this. This is just from the trim that I have left over. And the flowers, you know how to use those. These are tinctures. Basically the same. This is a diluted MCT oil tincture with this is a high CBD strain that you can use for a lot of things. And I think it's important that we provide our own, that the home growers are the gatekeepers of quality, and that we should maintain the privilege of growing at home at all costs. And I feel bad for the states that don't allow that. That's ridiculous. Because what I've learned in 10, 11 plus years of growing is that the people in the commercial world, as best their intentions are, most of them aren't. Most of them are just chasing money. And I consulted for years, and what I've seen in the industry, it just blows your mind. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me that these people think, oh, most of them come from a different industry, and they think, well, I can just grow cannabis. It's the easiest thing in the world. How hard could it be? I was an engineer. I was a medical device guy or whatever. I made my money, and, stupid pot growers are growing these things. Well, I've seen almost everyone fail. And the people that actually listen to me are the ones that succeed. I don't know why that I got good at it, but I have a few reasons, or a few ideas on why. And I've been willing and wanting to share that with people for years. Matter of fact, I recorded. Matter of fact, my goal was to get this website up with just a community of people that are interested in growing at home and don't want to fuck around with the bullshit of the industry, and don't want to fuck around with the bullshit of the pharmaceutical industry, and want to take back control over their own lives. So I'm willing to do that, and we should be on our way to do that soon. I'm probably going to be throwing up a few more videos. My plan, despite this nuggets glitch in my life, I was planning on starting to make videos about my current grow setup. Here, I'll show you a video. How plants are doing right now. Actually, this was my latest harvest. Keep you up to date with, I have not changed anything, or not changing it. I'm always evolving and adapting, but I'm just saying that my grow rate has been the same over the years. Whether I've been making videos or not, I am still growing. And providing to my patients and to my son and to people that need it. And it's a joy to me. And if you ever have aching muscles because you're nearly 50 and you play basketball with middle schoolers, you put this on your Achilles or your knee or your ankle, and it is magic. So hopefully, if you want to learn how to do that, stick around and watch me. I'll throw up some more videos, so stick around on the channel. Subscribe. I have 8,900 or 8,899 subs, I think. So I would like to get to 10,000. That would be ideal. And that's going to be my push here. So if you wouldn't mind, it's free, it's quick. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I will see you in a week or so. Go Nuggets. And hopefully we are celebrating the win over the hated mini Wolves, mini pups of Minnesota. Is there anything good to like about Minnesota? You know what they do have is good jerseys. So maybe we need to look to that. They're only beating us because they have good jerseys. Who knows? All right, till next time. Bye.